I've always had a fear of public speaking. It just isn't my thing. Yet here I am today. I get nervous, anxious, frustrated, tongue-tied, but I know deep down that the only way I can grow as an individual and eliminate this barrier between my success and I is by taking action and getting out of my comfort zone. I once watched a TED Talk that began with a small exercise that I'm going to be trying with you today. So I'm going to ask you all to raise your hand as high as you can. Thank you. Now raise the same hand even higher. Thank you. You can lower your hands. I noticed that all of you were able to do so. So I have a question. How come none of you raised your hand the highest it could go the first time I asked you to do so? What was stopping you? Ask yourselves. Hi, my name is Joy, and today I'm going to be talking to you about personal growth. As individuals, we tend to stay within our comfort zone, unaware of our surroundings, which leads me to my first point, the unknowing. It's a phase of unawareness, unconsciousness, which is a state in which I have been before. I was too nice, too naive, too ignorant. Denial is what a person goes through. We tend to neglect the fact that we need to change, grow, and evolve. We refuse to acknowledge our problems, our weaknesses, and the strengths we're lacking. It's a self-destructing phase in which you blame yourself for everything. You think you're the problem. And this is actually good, because you need to get to your lowest in order to grow. And here's a quote that I once heard and that I think about frequently. The less you know, the more you think you know. Think about it. Doesn't it make sense? Recognizing your ignorance leads to your personal growth, which is a phase of awareness, my second phase. Awareness is coming to your senses. You come to your senses, you face the facts, you realize that something is wrong. You'll be more open to learn, to grow, and to perceive. You'll have a deeper understanding of yourself, and you'll realize that something is wrong. I knew that something was wrong. I was aware that I needed to change. I could be happier. Things could be so much better. And that's when I was aware that a change had to happen. So many things can keep us stuck in this stage, such as self-doubt, self-hatred, uncertainty. But we have to push ourselves further and get out of our comfort zone. And by doing so, we will get comfortable with being uncomfortable. It may seem positive and pleasant, but it can also be disturbing and annoying for some people. Acceptance. This is my third phase of personal growth. You accept the fact that you need to change. You realize that something is wrong. You can't change without acceptance, but it's the acceptance that makes a change a personal growth. Learn to let it go, whatever it is that is bothering you. Whether it was a person, a situation, a personality trait, a family member, a friendship, whatever it is, let it go. Be a friend to yourself. Be true to yourself. Be on your own side. I felt myself having a toxic entourage. So can you guess what I did? I distanced myself from them. Even though it hurt me, I knew that it had to be done in order for me to grow and become the best version of myself, become the person I want to be. And once I did that, that's when I finally took it upon myself and took responsibility. Responsibility? What is responsibility? This heavy word that we constantly hear. You're responsible for that. It was your responsibility to do so. Well, actually, responsibility is taking matters into your own hands rather than just relying on others or waiting for some random chance to come and save you. You are responsible for your own happiness and your own life. No one and nothing else is. Your biggest competition is your ego, your procrastination, the behavior you're nurturing, and the entourage you're surrounding yourself with. It was hard, but what I did was take a step back. It may seem unpleasant for some people. It was scary at first, but it was also one of the most liberating experiences of my life. It allowed me to diversify my thoughts, to build new friendships along the way, and to grow into the person I wanted to become. And that's when my application phase started. I started learning, setting goals, taking action, and making plans. That's when I started to grow. Self-discipline, determination, focus. Ask yourselves why. Why do you want to change? Who do you want to become? What are your goals? You have to be emotionally driven by your goals in order to succeed. And that's what kept me going. I wanted this change. I craved it. I knew that I could do so much better and be so much happier. And that right there was my purpose. Change is inevitable, but personal growth is a choice. You don't choose to grow older, yet it's up to you to decide whether you want to grow as an individual throughout this process. Let us not stop growing once we reach our goals. Let us aim for even higher goals. I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for this urge to change and to become the best version of myself. I chose to put myself first, and I still do to this day. I went from being too kind, too ignorant, too naive, a people pleaser that lets others run her over. Why? Because I wanted to be strong, be confident in myself, know my worth and stand my ground. That right there was my purpose. You are your biggest competition. And with that mindset, you can succeed at anything. Thank you.